Welcome to the Christmas edition of Franchise Mode. We'll be playing in a playoff game against the 10-5-1 Los Angeles Rams, but before we get into that game, we've got some upgrades for two very important players. Ali Marpet, who is probably our only good offensive lineman, and Chris Godwin, our second receiver, who's now going to be an 86 overall by the time we're done with him. And this is a very special episode of Franchise Mode. For the first time ever in my 4-year history of doing these kinds of series on my channel, I will be commentating over an entire game. Every single play. This isn't a gimmick to save time like a live commentary. It's all done in post, and it begins here in the biggest game of this franchise's history so far in the 2 seasons we've been with them. They've made it into the playoffs. Not even just squeezed in. Well, they did squeeze in because it was a pretty tough year this year, but we got in as the third team in the NFC South to come in, and we'll be starting against the NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams, and we see 3 very important players for them there. Todd Gurley, potentially chief amongst them, as late in the season we did struggle to deal with running backs, but Aaron Donald and Marcus Peters that they showed there will be very important too. Of course they will be, as we start here the kickoff to this game, and it's the newly crowned, for some reason, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Walter Nelson, bringing it out, and now leading the offense onto the field will be Alex Smith. Almost 3,800 yards on the season, 26 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, a bit of a high interception mark. We talked about that in the last season, looking at all the stats. And the very first play of the game, we're trying to get it started on the ground, but absolutely nothing there for Darius Guy. So 2nd and 9, looking to throw, and immediately we knew this was going to be a problem in this game. At least we get a reminder of it early on. It's Dan Weaver not being able to deal with Aaron Donald there whatsoever. Aaron Donald with the first sack of the game. On the second play of the game, Alex Smith there looking to go a little bit deeper, and Aaron Donald was way too fast for anybody to deal with. So now a 3rd and 19. Smith nicely maneuvering through the pocket, having to let this one go. Evans with a chance, catching it but out of bounds. Not sure if he would have been able to make that catch if he didn't go up for it, and that's what took him out of bounds. So on 4th and 19, we're having to punt the ball away, and it's Davis here in pursuit. And he brings down the returner Lloyd at the 31-yard line. So decent enough starting position for the Rams. Jared Goff here looking to go deep straight away and finding his receiver, the ever-dependable Robert Woods, with a big catch, and he was matched up one-on-one with Carl Nassib, our outside linebacker. A 38-yard reception, and the camera will pan over to Nassib, and we see him asking why the heck he was covering him one-on-one. That's a mistake from our scheme. It is also the point where we switched him out for Shaquille Barrett, who of course was suspended for a large chunk of the season, and there was no reason to bring him in as the defense was playing well. But in this playoff game, we're going to need our best players, as a 3rd pass in a row is completed to Robert Woods for a touchdown. 3 passes, 3 receptions by Robert Woods, and it is a touchdown. So Jared Goff, Woods linking up quickly and early, and Levante David had a chance there, but he didn't go quite deep enough. But it really isn't his job. There were safeties near him as well. Safety play not good enough for either of the plays, to be honest. The big chunk plays Robert Woods got, and Stephen Hauschka there kicking the extra point, making it 7-0, as Hecker will kick this one off again. Another chance now for the offense to get started. Once again, Walter Nelson returning this. Can he take it any further than the 25? No, he cannot even get to the 25. He's stopped at the 24-yard line as we hand the ball off again to Darius Guy, and absolutely nothing happening there. Maybe we can take a little bit of time now to talk about a perfect time to do it. Talk about how terrible the offensive line has been once again this year. We've made almost no improvements despite drafting 2 players. Matlock, the left tackle, isn't really good, and this is a bit of a strange choice. That was a screen play, supposed to be a safe play on 3rd down, and he throws it downfield. A bit of a mix-up there. So as I was saying, Matlock hasn't really been the anchor we thought he might be when we drafted him. He wasn't the highest overall, but he was decent. He's been helped on the left side by Marpet, but he's not the best, but it's really been the right side. DeMar Dotson, we brought him back. We had no other choice, and he's really been disappointing this season, as Todd Gurley makes a little bit of a run there. And we'll take a look now at the Rams starting offensive line. A couple of new faces there, and then Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods, look out for them, and a couple of decent running backs there as well. Of course, as we know, nothing surprising really when we look at the Rams offense there. It's pretty much what we know, and that is the problem, as it's a bunch of good players. And we'll take a look at the defense trying to stop them. Trent Murphy has been a bit of a revelation this season. Randy Gregory, not so much, but not bad. Shaquille Barrett, Noah Spence starting at outside linebacker, and those 2 middle linebackers, the palindrome, they've been incredible. And then Eric Berry has been a lot better than expected as well. We thought maybe, he's getting a bit older, it's why the Chiefs let him go, but we've had him now for 2 years, and he's been very good this year as well. And now 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for the Rams as they're looking to pass it to Gurley here. We've got to decide what are we going to stop, the pass or the run or anything at all as they go throw it deep, and Devin White had a chance to pick that one off. So now 3rd and 7 from the 39-yard line, a completion underneath to Todd Gurley, and he's just stopped. And he's stopped there by Lavonte David, Defensive Player of the Year for the NFC, but we'll take it as the whole league, and he's able to stop him there with 1 yard to spare. They'll have to go for the field goal, which they do successfully kick, making it a 10-0 lead. 6 minutes left in the first quarter as Hecker once again kicks the ball off. That's the 3rd time already this game as Walter Nelson looking to return it here. Didn't get much done the first 2 times. Can he get something here? He gets over the 25-yard line to the 26, but not much more to say about that as Alex Smith finally starts to look to get something going through the air, and instead he throws it into some heavy coverage in the direction of Mike Evans. We've had problems with that this season, trying to force it to him. As we take a look at the defense that's causing us problems right now, Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers, of course, Junior Gates in the middle, Corey Littleton, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Devondre Campbell, Samson Ibukum. There's some speed in that linebacker position group, and then Devin McCourty, maybe a surprise to see him there at safety for the Rams. Let's hope that he doesn't cause us any problems, as that becomes a very strong secondary as well. No real weaknesses, of course, as we've experienced already, as they stop us again for a loss there on the ground. Devondre Campbell, former NFC South player, stopping us there for the Falcons, of course, as we try and find Evans. They're kind of open, not able to come back and make the catch. 3rd and 14 now, big ask for Alex Smith, and he goes for O.J. Howard, and that really... O.J. Howard could have jumped for it. Alex Smith could have thrown it slightly more accurately. That should have been a connection for a first down, as this punt by Pinion stops and drops at the 3-yard line. A very nice kick from him, and that may just give us a chance as they go here for a quick end around with Brandon Cooks, who spins and has got a huge hole. Brandon Cooks, will he win the foot race? I don't think we have anyone on our team that is fast enough to catch him, and Brandon Cooks is into the end zone. A 97-yard touchdown. We had them pinned at the 3, and on the very first play, they went straight for a touchdown, making the score 17-0. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Hardly any time has come off the clock, and we are in a deep, deep hole as Walter Nelson returns it for a 4th time, finding a little bit more room this time than before, up to the 28-yard line. And now Darius Geis on the ground finally picks up a first down. Is this what we needed to finally get going, as Geis gets absolutely nothing there? Aaron Donald coming off his block quickly. 2nd and 9. A little bit more space on the outside for Geis here as he gets just shy of the first down, setting up a 3rd and 3 as we give the ball to Walter Nelson, trying to keep it on the ground, trying to establish the ground game, and absolutely nothing. But we're going for it on 4th down. We need to, and it was a crazy decision to throw it to O.J. Howard there, but he makes the catch in heavy traffic. O.J. Howard with a 23-yard reception, a big-time catch from the tight end there, right when we needed it. 4th and 3, needing a first down, going up between, well, 3 defenders were in the area when he made the catch, and it gives us a new chance here. 1st and 10, Darius Geis picking up the first down, and maybe this is exactly what we needed to go down 17-0 before the offense woke up. Tried to go for something fast there, didn't work out. Darius Geis probably could have cut it back in a little inside for a little more space. This 3rd and 12 now difficult to convert, and we get it again, and again it's O.J. Howard with the catch for the first down. Cannot get enough of him right now as we get a 2-yard gain on the ground there, and we'll reach the end of the first quarter down 17-0, but on the goal line of the Los Angeles Rams. We can bring this back to a 10-point game if we can get into the end zone, which we don't there on 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal now from the 6th, and looking to O.J. Howard. Why not let him finish the drive? He started this on 4th and 3. He got us the big conversion on 3rd down, and he gets us the touchdown. When the drive again was looking like it was running out of steam, O.J. Howard comes up clutch for the 3rd time in a row on this drive and makes this game a little bit more competitive as we kick the extra point here to officially make it 7. So now a 10-point game. Plenty of time left in this game, and a couple of freak plays really have given the Rams this lead. Well, really just one freak play and a couple of big plays from Robert Woods. So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, and he's looking to Gerald Everett there, and it's Justin Evans stopping him. 2nd and 4, going for a quick screen to Cooper Kupp, who gets away from one man and gets out of bounds. Just a 3-yard gain there, but on 3rd and 2, Todd Gurley picks up the first down. This is where we struggle, because I think we're too scared to commit to stopping the run on 3rd downs, because we're worried that they'll get a big pass gain, but they've been running most of the time. We need to just expect that and fight against that with a good blitz or something. So now on 1st and 10, looking to pass to Todd Gurley, but not getting anything there, setting up a 2nd and 10, and hopefully, if we can stop them, no, we can't stop them here. Todd Gurley picks up the first down. Trent Murphy finally bringing him down If we can get them into a 3rd and long situation, we might just get a chance to stop them early, and Justin Evans will help us there with a nice sack, sending in the safety to blitz Jared Goff and getting a sack, setting up a 2nd and 18. As we can see, Jared Goff had some time, but we just sent more than any of those blockers could deal with, and we get the sack. And now on to 2nd and 18, and going for a quick short one here to Brandon Cooks. He picks up a few yards, but not a lot, so we set up this 3rd and long. I said if we can get this, we might be doing something well, but now we see encroachment on the defense. It was Noah Spence who went a bit too early. It's still 3rd and long though, 3rd and 9, but they convert it to Cooper Kupp. It was over the head of Devin White. These linebackers are good, but they can't be expected to deal with everything in between them. The safeties have got to come down and react faster. 2nd and goal, and they're looking to get it on the ground with Todd Gurley, who cannot do anything there as Devin White stops him. 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. One last attempt, and it's Lavonte David with the interception. David now with a chance to return it. Coming behind Hargraves, who gets a block for him. It's Robert Woods chasing David. Can David take it any further? No, he gets stopped at the 45-yard line. But that's the play you expect from the Defensive Player of the Year, Lavonte David, zipping it up there as he took it back for a big return. And the Rams looking like they may bring back that 17-point lead. Now, maybe looking at just a 3-point lead if this offense can finally get going and put in another ball into the end zone. So maybe David has started something here. 17-7 the score. We could make it 17-14. We could make it 17-10. Any of those look a heck of a lot better as Godwin makes a nice catch there. 1st and 10, a nice throw to the wide open Cameron Brate, a gem to have on this team when everybody else is covered. And now a nice run from Darius Guice, but he's stopped at the 3-yard line. Can we punch this in as we go now for a quick pass? Nothing there. Finally finding Josh Gordon wide open and making this a 3-point game. They capitalize off the interception of Lavonte David. Josh Gordon, there's just too many receivers to deal with in this offense right now. Too many receivers, in all honesty, to keep a hold of right now. But we get the extra point. It's 14-7. It's a 3-point game as Pinion kicks the ball to the Rams. 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. 5 minutes left in the 1st quarter. We were down 17-0, and now we're at 14-17. If we can stop them here again, it would obviously give us a great chance, but a big completion there to Robert Woods for a lot of yards, and that's just been the theme of the game so far. Robert Woods and Todd Gurley causing us major problems as they go to the ground with Todd Gurley. A quick pass there, completion to Robert Woods, who gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Should have been stopped a lot earlier. Play action now from Jared Goff, but nobody open. Jared Goff, though, with plenty of time. Everyone's just stood there kind of watching him rather than sacking him, and Murphy bunting as he threw it into the end zone, and that's a huge turnover. We may just be able to turn this game around in the 1st half. Looked impossible early in the game, but the defense has come up big time. 2 interceptions, 2 turnovers, and now the offense has been moving the ball well again, and this may just be exactly what we need as we go on the ground here with Darius Guice. Doesn't get a lot there, just finds a little bit of space for 5 yards. 2nd and 5, finds a lot more space this time, picking up a whole 10 down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 again after that, but this time not much happening for us there. We've tried that kind of play a couple of times and it's not worked out. Play action though, based off of that strong running that we've been doing, and we get 5 yards there. 3rd and 5, looking downfield, nobody really there, and time runs out and we are sacked, and that will set up a 4th down. The Rams taking a timeout here late in the 2nd quarter, preserving themselves some time to try and get down the field, but it's a nice punt again by Pinion as Jamel Dean comes down, comes back behind the ball to make sure it doesn't run into the end zone, and this time we stopped him at the 2-yard line, and they're going for that similar play, this time faking the end around, handing it off to Gurley, who does get 2 yards there, but at least it's not an 87-yard touchdown as they go for the end around this time. This time we're able to stop them though, waiting for that Carl Davis, stopping them. 3rd and 9 now, a chance to potentially get a safety if there's any pressure. No, there isn't. Throwing it deep and completing to Brandon Cooks. How can we allow them to do that? We essentially could have just made them, run out of time. We took a timeout. We thought maybe we can stop them here and kick a field goal. Instead, we gave them a chance to get further down the field. 43 seconds left as another completion to Brandon Cooks again. And now they're in field goal range with 20 seconds left. A completion there to Cooper Kupp, but not much coming from it. And they kick the field goal with just 9 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And they make it 20-14. We had a chance. The defense let him hit a deep one again. And now Walter Nelson returning this one. If he can return it for a touchdown, that's about our only chance of points here as 3 seconds are left on the clock. We'll just hand it off to Darius Guice. just to run the clock down. You know, maybe he could have broken that big time, but he didn't. And that will take us into halftime. Around 14 minutes of game commentary at this point, as well as some good football played, predominantly by the Los Angeles Rams, but the Buccaneers coming back. And we would take a look, Atlanta and Green Bay playing each other. That's who we would go on to play, one of those two guys, although you can never trust those graphics. Probably would have ended up playing somebody else, as we see Brandon Cooks' big touchdown. As we take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, this one killed us. This one came in early and came in at the worst possible time, and we can see it's a story of the Los Angeles Rams right now leading 20-14. A nice touchdown there to Robert Woods. That was the first touchdown, but now we go into the second half, kicking it off to the Los Angeles Rams, and let's see if Lloyd does anything with it. No, he doesn't. He kneels it down, and they will start at the 25-yard line. Jared Goff looking to throw, completing it to Everett, but not getting much there as Berry pushes him out of bounds. We've not seen a lot of great play from the secondaries. Murphy Bunting isn't able to make the tackle on Brandon Cooks there, finally being pushed out by Evans. It's predominantly the safeties we've not seen a lot of great play from, but everyone really could be playing better, although we did step it up later in the second half, and maybe we can keep it going there. As there's a nice stop there on Everett as they go for a draw play here with Gurley. A complete missed tackle by Evans. Barry finally bringing him down with the help of Levante David. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line now, and it's a broken up pass there. David coming down. Defensive Player of the Year, making plays on defense as he's struggling to keep up here with Robert Woods, who gets another touchdown. And again, it's not Levante David's fault or responsibility to be that deep. We're playing cover 2, not Tampa 2, but he's trying to make a difference there. Those safeties were there. Could have made a play on the receiver. I think Eric Berry was trying to make a play on the ball, not even going against Woods. And of course, he's going to get a touchdown there in between the two safeties. They go for a 2-point conversion here. That is broken up by Sean Murphy Bunting, who's been playing well this game. I did criticize him a little bit by not tackling Brandon Cooks, but he's got an interception already, breaks up that one, leaves this game at 14-26. And we've got a chance now on offense to get something going, as there was a decent attempt at a block there from O.J. Howard. Maybe let us get an extra yard with Darius Geis on the ground, who gets now some nice space, picking up a first down on 2nd and 7. 1st and 10, we go for play action off that good run, trying to hit O.J. Howard on the backside, but the safety came over. Imagine if our safeties played like Devin McCourty does. He's a free agent in this coming season unless the Rams re-sign him. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. We take a sack, and it's Aaron Donald once again. And now he's in the zone, and that'll be even more difficult to deal with. And we haven't been dealing with him right now. As on 3rd and 21, Alex Smith is sacked. Dotson picks up the ball, but is tackled. And that has been just vindicative of this entire game so far. The offense has struggled. We've got a couple of good drives together, but apart from that, pass-wise, we have really struggled, and the offensive line has been blocking close to nobody all game long, as Lloyd now has a chance to return this punt as Carl Davis is unable to make the tackle, finally brought down by a combination of Vernon Hargraves and a couple of other players. And our 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gurley picks up 5 or 4 yards there, so 2nd and 6 coming up now. Cooper Kupp picking up the first down, though, rolling off the first 2 attempted tackles and finally being brought down. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Goff with plenty of time in the pocket, letting this one go deep, looking for Brandon Cooks, and Justin Evans is able to break that one up. Actually made a play on the ball as they try to run it here with Todd Gurley on 2nd and 10. Sets up a 3rd and 12. 3rd and long is where we should be getting him off the field, and we do, as it's Vita Vea coming in with a big sack, his first sack of the game, but at a crucial point in this game, because that will keep him out of field goal distance. Hecker having to punt this one gives us a chance. If we get a touchdown on this drive, the score, of course, will only be 21-26, and it will be close, and we can be looking at getting back into this as we get a nice run from Darius Geis there, getting caught from behind by Aaron Donald, who has been all over the field at this point. An incomplete pass there to Justin Watson, who should have been able to bring that one in. 2nd and 10, looking to Mike Evans, who catches that on a slant, picks up a first down. 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line, trying to run this ball. We're not going to give up on the run right now as it's working well. 2nd and 7, and looking to pass, finding Chris Godwin on the deep curl, and now we're looking at a new first down from the 39-yard line. A quick fake pass there and a short completion to Josh Gordon, who doesn't really get much going there whatsoever. 2nd and 9, and it's a run with Walter Nelson, who really didn't have much going on there, wasn't able to pick up much, just 2 yards. So 3rd and 7 now, a completion. Cameron Brate with a catch for the first down. He's been used a couple of times in this game, and he's been used again right there with a quick pass to him. He was wide open. We've got to make more use of the tight ends because they've been playing well right now. Smith cannot let go of this ball, and he is sacked. This offensive line just unable to deal with any kind of blitzes or anything smart at this point, as we get a completion there to OJ Howard. Had to come back for the ball a little bit. 3rd and 3, looking to Mike Evans, and he has got the touchdown. And it was about time that he got into the end zone as well, as he comes in with a big catch there, making this game 20-26. Based on this extra point, would be 21-26. That's what it is. It's a 5-point game. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, so basically just 1 quarter of football left. A 5-point game. Winner moves on in the playoffs as they go for that fake end around handoff to Gurley, who rolls off 1 tackle and then picks up the entire first down, about 15 yards on the run. Should have been a lot less. 1st and 10, looking to pass, and there's no pressure coming in right now, but Stewart Jr., the 2nd string safety, going up for that one and bringing it down. A crucial interception once again, and this defense could just turn it around in a big enough way to bring us back into this game. Of course, they allowed some of the earlier touchdowns, but this offense hasn't been moving the ball well either, really needing this defense to give them this many chances. 2nd and 10, 2 incomplete passes now, both looking at Walter Nelson. 3rd and 10 now. Smith in some trouble as Aaron Donald came and nobody stopped him, and Aaron Donald gets a safety. He has been absolutely in control of this game. You know Aaron Donald is good. Probably annoyed. He was right behind Lavonte David for Defensive Player of the Year, one of the players that was right up there with him. And he is proving that maybe he should have won it, because he is absolutely dominating our offense right now. Although Lavonte David, of course, has been playing very well against the Rams as well. But right now, he's causing all problems and we have got no answers as they complete the ball here to Gerald Everett for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4, and looking to Todd Gurley, who was lined up as a receiver. So now 1st and 10 and giving the ball to Todd Gurley, who was lined up as a running back. And now 2nd and 2, giving it to Todd Gurley, who is again at running back and causing us plenty of problems. So I said he would cause us problems at the beginning of the game, and he has been doing exactly that. We're pretty short of answers right now. 2nd and 5, and again it's Todd Gurley. He's had the ball 6 times in a row at this point. 3rd and 3, this time it's not going to Gurley, it's going to Brandon Cooks for the first down. Not able to stop them. 1st and 10, play action, looking to go deep, plenty of time again, no pressure coming. Can the defensive line start doing something? No, they cannot. Letting it go into the end zone, and it is incomplete. We got lucky there, but we should be getting a sack when he's got that much time to throw. Pressure should be coming in. 3rd and 7 now from the 35-yard line. Letting this one go and completing. It's Robert Woods with the catch, and Robert Woods is injured after that catch. Now, this may play in our favor because he's been causing us plenty of problems. On 1st and 10, looking to Cooper Kupp. That's a problem on this team. Robert Woods might go out injured, but they've got 2 more receivers who can fill in for him straight away. But finally, we get some of that pressure we've been so desperately needing, and it is Devin White with the sack. They're going for a quick pass here, and that one doesn't work out whatsoever. I believe that was Reynolds. 3rd and 18, handing the ball off to Gurley, and they get a bit of a gain, but nothing. 5 yards. They have to kick a field goal on 4th and 13, making this a 21-31 game. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left. If we can score a touchdown, stop them on defense, and then score again, this game is ours. But those are some big ifs because the offense has not been playing very well. A couple of drives, and that's it, as Alex Smith here manages to let this one go, looking for Evans, unable to make the catch, but he's having to buy himself some time in the pocket by moving around. This time he can let this one go quickly enough for a, well, it's not even a completion, it would have been a short gain anyway to Walter Nelson, as this time he's running out of time, throws this one inaccurately because of that. Chris Godwin not able to make the catch, and we've got to go for it on 4th and 10, finding OJ Howard, and he almost had the catch. It was a good decision, it was a decent throw, but it just gets broken up, incomplete, and they get the ball at the 29-yard line. Our game basically was hanging on that being a completion. It wasn't a bad decision whatsoever, it was just knocked down incomplete in a stupid way. 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line for these Rams. If we can get another turnover, that might be our only hope at this point in the game, because they're about to extend the lead. We have to hold them to a field goal, otherwise we can basically kiss any chance of a comeback goodbye. And as I say that, Gerald Everett scores a touchdown, putting this game pretty much all out of reach. But we may just, have a miraculous comeback in us. But at 21-38, it looks a little bit unlikely. 5 minutes left is plenty of time. A lot can happen in 5 minutes as Hecker kicks off to Walter Nelson, who's been returning it pretty much every time, but decides not to on this occasion. 1st and 10 now for Alex Smith, and he throws into a bit of traffic there, but had to let go of it. The pressure's too much right now. 2nd and 10, looking for Mike Evans again, who just took his route straight into a defender, and it's bobbling around. It falls incomplete, not intercepted. 3rd and 10, a big down here looking for Josh Gordon, who gets about 5 yards. It's 4 down territory, so it's not a bad decision there to just get the 5, but it is a bad decision to take a sack because our offense cannot block, and it's another sack for Aaron Donald. I can't keep track of how many he has, but he's got to be breaking some playoff records right now. That's how bad this offensive line is, and to be fair to him, that's how well he has been playing as they get another first down there. Easy for them because this defense isn't really challenging the pass too much either. But finally we get a pass rush and a turnover. Randy Gregory forcing the ball out. Vita Vea picking it up. That is exactly what we needed because any points there definitely ended any hopes of a comeback in this game. But this is exactly what we needed because anything short of a turnover would have spelt the end for our hopes in this game. But we get it there. It's Randy Gregory finally showing up for the first time in this game. And Vita Vea, who already has a sack, picking the ball up and returning it. Obviously doesn't have the speed to get away from Brandon Cooks, as now we've got to get something going. Chris Godwin with the catch there for quite the first down, 2nd and inches. Looking back into the direction of Chris Godwin for the first down. Finishing off that 1st and 10 now from the 40-yard line. A little bit of time in the pocket here, letting this one go deep for Mike Evans, and it's intercepted. A problem we had in previous games. Trying to force it to Mike Evans isn't the best way to go about it, but that's exactly what Alex Smith tried to do there. And now the Rams with the ball again. Todd Gurley running it, and that's pretty much all they're going to be doing now. No, it's a play action as they look to pass for a first down, and they get it with Everett. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left of this. We're talking about time running out. The Rams are about to score a touchdown. This game was close for a while, and now it is over. It is officially over. An 84-yard touchdown because the defense can't tackle. It's not good enough. We'll be looking at making some big changes to this team. Some extremely big holes in the roster have been made glaringly obvious in this game. The offensive line, we knew that already, but it is nowhere near good enough, and we'll be spending some high draft picks on those positions. Who cares what else is available because we need to fix the offensive line once and for all. Alex Smith likely retiring at the end of the season. Who knows who'll be playing quarterback for us at the end of this season? There's some rumors about an MVP player, but we can't be talking about that right now. Technically we can't be talking to anybody because free agency period hasn't started, but what's coming out of that players camp is that he may want to play under Bruce Arians, but we can't talk about it yet. Nothing is official, so the rumors are there. 3rd and 19, can Alex Smith do anything? We need a better offensive line, and that is proven there as Ibukum gets a sack, and we need somebody on the defense that is an enforcer. A decent tackle there from Eric Berry, but Eric Berry is not an enforcer. He never has been. That's not his fault. Justin Evans isn't an enforcer. We need a physical player on the defense who can come down and make some big tackles, who we can trust to make some big tackles. And the game ends there as we lose this. It's not the worst. It was a little bit of ahead of schedule. We didn't really expect to be in the playoffs at this point. But now we know what kind of team we've got, and we know what kind of gaps we've got in the team and what we need to be improving. So we got a bunch of upgrades for a bunch of players we don't really care about. That is the end of this episode. That was 26 minutes of commentary over a full game. I can almost be sure it's never been done before. Not in this style. Not a edited, cut down video of gameplay and then post commentary. I hope if you're watching this on Christmas Day if you're watching this on Christmas Day, I hope you've enjoyed spending your time with me, and I hope that us losing this game wasn't too bad. You can trust them. Big things are happening. Those rumors will most likely be true. Can't give away too much though, but once you hear a good rumor, you can trust the source. And I wish everyone who's celebrating Christmas a Merry Christmas, and everyone who isn't, I wish you a merry old time anyway.